Welcome to Home Drums, the podcast that's all about the journey back. I'm your host, Chrissy D, and in every episode, we connect with members of the Bajan diaspora who are rediscovering their roots, their people, and their culture that shaped them. Whether they were born in BIM, grew up hearing stories of back home, or just feel that pull of the island, one thing's for sure, Home Drums beat first. In this episode, we're kicking things off with a powerful story of rediscovery. You may have seen him in Power or Wu-Tang, an American saga, but today, we're taking Brooklyn-born Bajan actor Marcus Callender on a journey of his own. We're taking him back to the places that shaped him, to the flavors that bring back memories, and show what it truly means to come long home. We are just getting the morning started. Marcus is in here. It's a pleasure to be next to you, first. Let's say that. No, this morning we are heading over to Miami Beach,
yes,
right? Because
yes.
This is something that's very, this means a lot to you.
It does.
You grew up hanging around there, right? So we're heading there now. So you can tell me a bit more about that. But how does it feel to be back in Barbados right now?
Oh man, it feels wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Pleasure to meet you, by the way.
Same to you.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for having me. No, it means everything for me. It's my birthday week.
Ooh.
So,
So we starting birthday week off right there.
Exactly. So, I'm here. I needed a recharge, from back home in New York, working a lot, and, sometimes you need that sun. You need to relax, get your mind right, you know what I mean? So I said, let me come back home for a little bit, So it feels really good to be here. The weather's fantastic. It's hot, as y'all like to say, It's hot. But feels good. So we're going to Miami Beach now. Miami Beach is significant for me because it's where I learned how to swim.
Nice.
My grandfather used to take me there every morning when I was a kid. This is actually the first time we're going back since I was a kid, I would say. Because the last couple of times I've been here, I hadn't had a chance to come back to Miami Beach. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure once we get there, certain memories are gonna come right back to me.
And do tell me all. Share everything with me. I'm in your business today.
Yes.
And you mentioned as well too, Barbados is recharging because for those watching, he did not grow up here. You used to visit here often. So was that what Barbados was for you, the place where you come to recharge and be your grounding area?
Exactly. As a kid, my mom would come back here every summer, because back in New York, when we're off from school, pretty much my whole entire summers were spent here.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel as though that contributed to who you are today?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I got a trident tattoo right here. Yeah, I'm part Barbadian. My other half is Jamaican.
Nice.
So in Brooklyn, there's a lot of Jamaicans in Brooklyn.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. So to find other Barbadians or Bajan. Is Bajan used to? Is that a problem?
Of course,
I like saying Bajan.
That is what we prefer. It is what we prefer.
Okay. In Brooklyn, meeting other people who have the same roots, that was always special too.
What else would you say that you enjoy doing as a kid in Barbados, besides going to Miami Beach?
Okay, so spent a lot of time at my grandmother's house. So when I was a kid, I used to, I had an imaginary friend, you know what I'm saying?
And I feel in the Caribbean, they started questioning that. It was imaginary friend, explain what it looks like.
Well,
let's be sure that's not spirits.
I had a whole imaginary friend that I would talk to every day. I would put on little shows and things of that nature. It was always ingrained in me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just needed that one person, shout out to Miss Marmon again, that gave me that push. So, that's a part of the reason why, I really love the idea of coming back here and giving back in that sense. You know what I mean? Because I think at the end of the day, it's all storytelling. And, especially in the Caribbean, there's a lot of stories to tell that I feel like the world should know about.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Agree.
Because it's as Black people, yes, but it's also specific to Caribbean. Caribbean culture is very specific and how we grew up and the things that we experience. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually my mom. I'm also a writer as well, as long as being an actor. So honestly, since being here thus far, my mind is already kind of turning right now. I got an idea for a story. It's been another big thing too since I've been here. Smell. I'm literally smelling certain things, just coming from my aunt's house. My aunt's house smells like my childhood. My grandmother's house, I was just there last night, smells like I walk in there, I'm like, yo, this is exactly how it was when I was a kid. It looks the exact same. It looks, I mean, you know, certain modern things now,
certain things
but it looks the exact same.
What about songs? What about songs? Because I know, like, if I visit America, you know, in Barbados we have those. I would say, is it the little frogs or the crickets?
Yes!
They know it at night. But in America, you don't hear nothing?
No. I mean, it's depending on where you are.
Cars.
In New York, you're going to hear Hong Kong.
Sirens.
You know, sirens, galore, all of that. People yelling.
But not the little noises here at night. That's be so cute.
And then the roosters, that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But these are all sounds that are like comforting to me. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like it's just so crazy how like certain things, certain sensibilities take you back to that time. But smell has been a big thing. I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
Hopefully we get to go in the water or something, you know, get my toes in the sand a little bit, get some sand in my toes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, I'm excited.
Boy, we made it. Come, Marcus.
Okay.
Come. I want you to breathe it. Feel it.
Oh, man.
Welcome back to Miami Beach.
Wow, what did I tell you about the smell?
Exactly. The smell of your childhood right now.
Wow. I haven't been here since I was a kid.
And it looks the same, doesn't it?
It does look the same besides all these chairs.
Yeah, this is chairs.
Oh, the ocean, same blue. No, this is great. This is great.
Go, Marcus! Go, Marcus! Go, Marcus!
Yeah! Yo, man, it's amazing. I love it. Wow.
All right, Marcus.
Yes.
How we feeling?
Yo, let me tell you something, man. First of all, as I was saying, you know, smell has been such a big thing being back here. And like, as soon as like I'm walking on the beach, like it's bringing me back to that moment. Cause I haven't been here since I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like being here now, it's like, yo, it smells the exact same. The water, just the air, the atmosphere. Having my toes in the sand right now feels good. You know, as a kid, that was something I did a lot. I played in the sand. Like, you know, I always used to like find little seashells and bring it back home with me, back to New York. But yeah, no, it's beautiful. This is fantastic.
Since we're sitting here right now,
yes,
and we're in the space, I want you, in detail, take me back to the last moment you were here. I want step by step, what you can remember.
I'll tell you what I can
doing.
remember. So basically, my grandfather lived not too far from here. And, you know, we would go there in the morning. I'm talking like early in the morning, like 6 in the morning. We would go there because my grandfather would be up sitting on the porch. He used to have a big old pipe every morning. Bunch of tobacco in there. He would just sit there smoking it. And, you know, he'd be like, all right, we're going down to the beach. I'm like, okay, cool. And it would be just me and him too. So like, you know, it's a lot of us. So like to have those like one-on-one moments with my grandfather was really special, you know? So, you know, he would come and like we would come down here and he would still have the pipe in his mouth, even in the water. He said, all right, come in. You know, he taught me how to like hold my breath underwater and like, you know, the certain breathing techniques and how to swim. He got me comfortable with the water. So like literally every time I'm in a pool or if I'm on another beach and I'm in a body of water, like I think back to that moment. So like being back here now at my big age is really nice. It's really nice, man. It's amazing how like certain sensibilities like just take you back to a certain moment, you know?
You used to do this on what day? Saturdays, Sundays?
It was
anytime you were with him?
It was anytime. It was during the week, you know. Anytime. I love coming to the beach. Because for me, you know, it's a sense of, you know, tranquility. You know what I'm saying? You could calm, you know, I'm a water sign, I'm a Pisces.
The ocean is cleansing as well, too, on spiritual levels, right?
Exactly.
I got you.
And as a fellow water sign, as a Pisces, this is my, you know, this is my domain. Right, exactly. Yes.
So tell me a bit more about your childhood. So what else did you and your granddad do besides going to the beach?
Food was a big thing. He used to cook a lot. I don't remember the dishes he would make, but I just remember like we would go, after the beach, we would go back, think he'll make me like a sandwich. My mom would be at the house already. She was cooking up. We would walk around town. I'm a big walker, you know what I'm saying? So like me and him used to like just walk around town and, he'll tell me about certain stuff from when he grew up. It was just a lot of like relaxing moments, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like most of the eventful stuff happened at my grandmother's house, I must say. Grandfather's house, chill, relaxing. As I said, he was always on the porch. Always on the porch, coming up. My grandfather's name is Joseph. So come on the porch, see him with the pipe. He'll be reading the paper every morning.
So can I ask you as well too, because you mentioned your grandparents being, part of your foundation growing up in Barbados and who you are today.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you would say that they taught you that you've carried through life?
Man, that's a good question. That's a good question. You got me thinking. Hold on. Let's see. I would say, I feel like with my grandfather, like learn how to take life easy. Very, I know it sounds cliche, but really, because as I said, like his morning routine was always the same, and he never stressed about anything. You know what I'm saying? Like he always made things seem like they were possible and I was capable of doing. You know what I mean? Like, so that's why the whole moment of like learning how to swim was so special to me, because I used to be scared of the water. You know what I mean? And he he used to like take me and like put me under the water, and like I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Right.
What is the deal with you just pushing you into water? You'll figure it out.
Right. But
it works.
It took away my fear of whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? Like he always, made it seem like everything was okay, like he had me. You know what I'm saying? So like that was really special, man.
It's amazing that is the way a lot of Caribbean parents and grandparents handle the ocean, but yet they're still the same people who say the sea ain't got a back door. Make sense. So confused.
Oh, man.
So also, you mentioned your grandmother.
Yeah.
Was she also somebody you said was strict? Remember you mentioned that some people were
my grandmother was strict.
So is there anything that she did or taught you when you were younger that at that time you were like, I don't want to deal with this? But as an adult you were like, okay, I'm so glad that my grandmother told me this, because no, it makes sense.
Let me tell you something, I don't know about all that. But growing up, shout out to grandma. Because I would come in the house, I couldn't, because I would come in like excited, like coming from playing with my friends. Stop making all that noise. My mom.
You're attempt at the bitch accent.
Right. I'm trying. Y'all gotta, the dialect is beautiful. I'm just, but there's a certain rhythm to it. I gotta get used to it.
Yeah.
It's hard, I'm trying. Oh, I go, right? That sounded, okay, so. I come in, because I'm coming from playing outside, I'm all sweaty and loud and, I smell like the street. So, make sure you wash your hands, make sure you wash up, Because my grandmother used to always, my grandfather would always be on the porch, smoking a pipe. My grandmother was always at that couch watching her stories all day long. And you can't disrupt nothing. When her story come on, you can't disrupt nothing. She was sitting right in that, and that couch is still there. When we go, it's still there. Sit right on that couch, can't say nothing when her stories is going on. So I spent a lot of time outside of the house, in the yard. I would play like in the grass and stuff. Like when it rains, like it was always these like little frogs that would come out the grass. Used to be scary. Cause they were, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. The
snails, I remember like, being like up close and personal with the snails. I used to pick them up and like look at it.
Did you have a curfew?
Absolutely.
Make sure you're in this house before the street lit come on.
Absolutely.
Was that your?
Although, because my friend lived next door, it was a little, I was just next door.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it was a little lenient. Of course, I broke curfew a bunch of times. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want to go home. You know what I mean? Because it's like, if I go home, grandma's gonna,
What are you gonna do?
Right.
Just sit down quietly next to her while she watch her story.
Exactly. I would go to my friend's house in the morning, like I would literally be sitting right by the phone, waiting. He'll call, boom. All right, I've been asked call. All right, cool. Go.
Wait, so why you had to wait on the call? You couldn't like go over?
Well, no, I gotta wait. I got to get the okay. I gotta get the, he gotta ask his parents too. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get the okay. So as soon as that phone ring, or sometimes I wouldn't be near the phone, my grandma, Marcus, I mean, nice call for you. Like, oh, really? And I'm running right next door.
Okay, so you now have the experience of both.
Yes.
You have the living in Barbados, visiting Barbados,
Yeah.
and then you also have the living in America, especially New York.
Yes.
That hustle and bustle with city life.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about the comparison between the two of
Oh
them?
man, I prefer it here. I like it here. I mean, but that's easy to say because I grew up in New York. But I feel like, New York is constantly moving. The weather's kind of crazy. It's really cold and it's like really hot, like disgustingly hot. You know what I'm saying? Like disgustingly, like offensively hot. So being here in comparison, like every time I need to relax, every time I need to, I guess, recenter myself,
Yeah.
I want to come here. You know what I mean?
got you.
Because Barbados, for me, obviously it's home, but at the same time, too, like there's just a sense of relaxation and ease that I need. You know what I'm saying? Especially like being somewhere on the beach. Like right now, this breeze is everything right now. This is everything to me. Because, New York is constant, which I love. I grew up in it. And, with that energy, it helps me be more productive and, in the mix.
Yeah.
But sometimes you need to get away from that a little
Correct.
bit. I think it's important to get that kind of balance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I honestly would, like I want to make it so that I'm here at least twice a year, at least, at minimum.
And I love that you said that because, America's a big place.
Yeah.
So really and truly, you could say, well, I could just go to another state.
That's true.
Slower,
That's true. That's
but
true.
there's always something about Barbados
Yes.
that feels grounding.
Yes.
And I understand what you said because visiting America, I remember telling people is like, I can't stay here too long because the energy of here makes me feel like if I might,
Yeah.
my
yeah.
screws might get a little loose.
Oh, yeah.
So I need to
Oh, yeah.
come
Oh,
back
yeah.
to Barbados to make sure I
Absolutely.
stay balanced. Now, if anybody asks you, how do you feel about Barbados? How do you explain Barbados to them, being that, you've always said that
Yeah.
you let people know
Yeah.
that you have Barbadian roots. You're
Yeah.
proud of it. So how do
Absolutely.
you explain Barbados to people when they ask you about it?
Barbados is love, man. Barbados is love. Barbados is peace to me. Barbados is, everything that feels good and warm. Barbados is familiar. You know what I mean? It's familiarity. It's I have a sense of ease when I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like I wear the least amount of clothes when I'm here, which is great too. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I need the sun. I need that sun kiss. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
I brought no pants with me on this trip. It's all shorts. I need my legs out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been nice to have my legs out, but Barbados is so beautiful, man. The people, the land, the culture. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to crop over as well.
Yeah, come down to crop over 2025,
yes,
guys.
I am looking forward to that. But like even like listening to soca music, you know what I'm saying, and like being around that is like refreshing. Like, cause like when I'm back home and I'm playing it for friends, they're like, "What is this? What's this Caribbean music?" Caribbean music.
All in a nutshell.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just it's home. Coming here is just always good. It's just always good.
It's home.
It's home. You know
and
what I
talking
mean?
about home,
Yeah.
we actually headed to our next location, which is that home that you've been talking about. I
Grandma's
want to see the couch. I
Yes.
want to see grandma's couch. I want to see where your neighbor used to live. I want to see the distance of how far you had to get to go and play. So we're gonna head there now
I
and check it
busted
out.
my knee one time right there on the street, crazy, and my mom. I'll tell you when we get there.
You gotta show me where you busted it.
Yeah, real bad. I might still have the scar.
Next stop,
Yes.
Marcus' childhood home. Let's go. All right, so right now we are on our way to Marcus's childhood home. But Marcus, it's your birthday week.
Yes, it is.
So I have a surprise for you.
Oh.
Close your eyes. Close your eyes.
Okay.
All right. Good. Okay. So, I am initiating you into the Regathering crew.
Oh.
Here you go. You can open your eyes.
Oh! I love a hat.
It's true.
Thank you so much. Actually, let me put this on right now.
That's what we're talking about.
Let me put this on right now. Yes.
There we go.
I'm officially a We Gathering member. Yes, you see the hat? Thank you so much.
It matches your outfit right now.
Exactly. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
How'd y'all know I like hats?
We can tell. This is really nice. I like it here. So this is the road?
This is the road. This is the road. I bust my butt right on this path right here, riding bikes. I had a big old gash on my knee.
And we grew up in the Caribbean, right? We know how painful falling down on this road is. Everything just gone. Great way.
I was crying my eyes out. My mom came. We used to have it was like an aloe plant right here. So she would like take a piece of the aloe and like put that raw aloe on the cut, cause you know aloe's good to like heal.
Definitely,
but it stink, man.
It is.
It stink.
It is.
I
and some
hated
people
it.
eat it as well too.
Yes.
And I'm just like, oh.
My mom used to take the aloe plant and eat it straight from the plant. Just straight up eat it like it's candy.
But tell me about that though. Is there anything else that you like? For example, the same aloe.
Yes.
So that has become like a bit of a hack.
Yes.
As well for you as well too. I guess we can probably like roam around on the outside since you played out here as well too. But that became like a hack for you. Is there anything else from the Caribbean that you can say, being in America, is that go-to thing? You could say, when I was in Barbados, we used to do this. This is healthy. Is there anything else?
Let me think. The aloe, salt water. That's another thing too. Like, you know, referring back to the beach. Oh, this mango tree right here.
And
big
it got
time.
mangoes too.
And they got a couple of mangoes. Oh, this was big, y'all. This was big. My mom used to come here every morning, pick a piece of the mango. Wow.
There's actually a few right here, guys.
There's a few, yeah.
Right
this look like I could pick it.
There we go.
I'm gonna go and pick it. Okay, I'm taking this back with me. But no, this is so cool. But I used to play back here all the time, man.
How does it feel to be back here?
It feels great. It feels great because it's like
emotional as well. It's emotional
because also too like to think like, you know, obviously as a kid like I never thought like, you know,
you'd be where you are
right,
now.
exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like to think back about that and then like, oh, now I'm here experiencing it as an adult. You know, it's great. It's great. This mango tree, the exact same with all the mangoes in it. But back to that salt water.
Yeah. Salt
water was big because my mom used to be like, oh, like you go in the ocean, like the salt water's healing and all this other stuff. So that's Abby Nash's house right here. So Abby Nash was if you're watching this, Abby Nash, shout out to you. I still remember. But this is where Abby Nash used to live. His parents still live there, I believe. But he used to live there.
Do you think they would recognize you if you had to do a quick stop by and say, hi, I used to be at your house
I don't know.
almost every day?
I'm sure, like, because I was there every day.
Yeah.
So I used to, like, you know, get a call from Abby. As soon as I get the call, I'll run. Even the run from here to there felt like a bit of a marathon a little bit.
Yeah.
It just was, you know? But nah, man, because, you know, we used to play in his house as well and do all kinds of make-believe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He had these, like, little, like, you know, those little cars that kids play with? You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you mean.
He had those. It was a jungle gym, for real.
Did he ever think that back then, who you are today, you would have been? Was there any signs that you wanted to be an actor or a writer or anything of the sort, or you didn't know yet?
Like, when I think back about it, like, you know, my sense of imagination was wild. I had quite the imagination, you know? So, like, oh, I thought that was one of the frogs. So that's another thing, too. Like, when it would rain, it would be like little frogs coming out the ground. That used to kind of scare me, but, like, I was so fascinated by it. And the little lizards, you know the little lizards?
Oh, no, we still have them.
Okay,
They're still very much present in Barbados.
Okay, the little lizards that would be all through the house and whatnot. I've seen all kind of bugs. I don't like bugs, by the way. Mosquitoes. I already got a couple since I've been here. Mosquito bites.
But it's amazing though, because you transition from, so in Barbados, I would see the little frogs and little lizards. So you in America where they got snakes.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
I mean, not that
you went to a whole nother level with it.
We do got snakes in New York.
We're
That's true.
good down here in the snake department. We're good. But what I do want to see though, now that we're here, so we don't forget, this couch.
Oh,
that
let's
you've been
go see
telling
the
me about.
couch.
I need to see this couch.
Let's go see the couch.
All right, let's go.
see that. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? What's going on? Welcome inside. All right. So right here is the couch, the famous couch Grandma used to sit on. She'd sit right here watching her stories. And every time I come inside, you know, Marcus, I was always getting in trouble somehow, some way. I just remember her sitting right here. This is the exact same couch too, y'all. Same one. Same
Good
exact
quality.
one.
Good quality couch.
Exactly. The phone used to be in that corner where I used to wait for Abby Nash to call me. So my favorite spot was right here, waiting for that phone to ring. Every morning, I get up, eat some breakfast, all of that, and I just sit right here waiting for him to call. And he called around 9 a.m. or so, right around then. When you're that young, you got all this energy.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Because I'm like, where I get all that energy from? When you're young. You know, I'm still young now. Don't get it twisted. But I was younger, you know. But yeah, no, this was a time. This was a time. That's the same exact table that was there. This is that window I was telling you about. You see me right there?
Marcus, come inside.
Exactly.
Get off the ground.
Exactly.
Stop behind the dirt.
Exactly. Wow. It's the exact same, y'all. The exact same. Not much has changed.
This is beautiful.
Yes.
This is beautiful. It's always amazing when you grow.
Yes.
When you take a step back and realize the beginnings is like, wow.
Yes.
I was running around in this space, and now I am running around in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Look at life.
Yes, look at that. No, that's crazy.
You're
Wow.
building a legacy for yourself. And talking about legacy, our next stop is going to be Freedom Park.
Where the name? Okay, I'm looking forward to that.
Pretty much a place where everybody get to see their own legacies.
Yes,
Yeah, so
yes.
we're gonna go look for your name on the wall as well.
Wonderful.
Too. So once again, Marcus Callender. So
Yes.
that's the name. We're looking for Callender on the wall.
Yes.
Plus there's some other things that you can check out there as well too. So that's our next stop. So let's
go, y'all.
go. But before we head on out though, we have to acknowledge the Bajan garden.
Yes.
In Barbados, if you see a garden at a house, there's a few plants you will always see crotons. I seen some bougainvillea as well too over here.
Okay.
And I seen some hibiscus.
Yes.
So you grew up in a beautiful garden.
Yes. We've always had a nice little garden out here.
This is nice. This is nice. All right, so to Freedom Park we go.
To Freedom Park we go.
Anytime you are in Barbados specifically, there's one thing you will always hear. That noise, you hear that noise?
Yeah,
Slamming
the domino.
of a dominoes,
Absolutely.
you understand me?
Absolutely.
And also since you are in film, right?
Yes.
I want to show you this building over here. The Empire.
Wow.
This was a theater years ago.
Oh, wow.
All right? So what you're seeing right now is what remains. There was a fire here, so this is what it looks like now.
you.
But because you're in a theater, there's something that you definitely would like to check out.
I mean,
for sure.
just
Empire.
like this, I mean, it looks cinematic in itself.
It does.
That's really cool.
So
It is pretty
anytime
cool.
you come right here, you got
This
an
is cool.
exhibition.
This is
Talking
cool.
about culture.
Yes.
So many of these pieces are part of the culture, the history of Barbados. This is so cool.
See, but this is another example of what lends to storytelling. You know what I mean? And the kind of stories that we're telling specifically about our culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All of this informs that.
All right, so now this is the infamous wall. Now this wall was built, to commemorate the diverse communities that built Barbados for over 6,000 years.
Wonderful.
So let's find your names. What's the first one you want to look for?
I guess since we're by the K's, let's find King.
All right, everybody K's right now.
Shout out to my aunties. A lot of them, they have the last name King.
All right, let's see.
Where is King at? Where's King at?
This is actually so much fun, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's
like, where's Waldo? There it is.
You got it?
Hey! Found it. So we got King right here. Okay. Now we gotta find Callender.
Okay, no problem. But tell me a little bit about the King though, because your last name is Callender. So where is your King from?
My last name is King. So King comes from, so when my grandmother got remarried, who she married, his last name was King. So I got a bunch of aunts, and a lot of them live in London.
Okay,
so they all have the King last name.
Yeah.
So it's just me and my mom with the cat. Because my grandmother's, her born last name is Callender.
Got you.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go find Callender.
Let's go find Callender.
All right, so let's head to the C. So it should be over here. Over here.
You see CA? Where?
CA is over here. So I'm saying Cal, so we gotta keep looking on this in this area right here.
Oh, sorry.
You good, you good.
Come on, Waldo, where you at? Where? It's like a painter. You know, like when you look at a painter, you gotta step back in order to take it all in.
That's why I'm back here standing up, because I'm like, I can't be too close.
Let me see.
And the thing is, right, guys, it's actually a lot of fun. Like, if you were able to just come to the wall and find your name, this would be boring. But if you actually have to look through all these names, it's actually kind of exciting. All right, let me see. Still looking for Callender. And I think they have two spellings of it, so it should be together.
Okay.
The ER and the AR should be together, right? All right, let me see.
Oh! Callender with the ER. The two L's in it, somebody got the AR in it. I don't know them. We do ERs where I'm from. Barbados, yes. This is cool.
This is really cool. Are you posing?
Wow.
Now, this is a pretty cool spot. A lot of people in Barbados usually come here and check out this wall to see if they find their own last name. But how does it feel for you to see your name engraved on this wall?
It feels amazing. It's, you know, it's like another like reminder of like where you come from.
Your roots,
You know, your roots. For real.
It's pretty cool.
Wow.
You mentioned that majority of your family, they, you know, are currently in the UK, right?
Yeah.
So tell me a bit more. Let's take a seat as well, too. No, let's wipe a little bit. So tell me a bit more about that, because you grew up in the US. So how comes it was a situation where your mom, though she grew up in the UK, she chose that you'd be in the US? Like what happened there?
You know, I think it's one of the things of like, you know, especially during that time, you know, coming to New York was like, you know, the goal. You know what I mean? Because I think my mom moved to New York when she was about 18, 19 years old. So from young, you know, because growing up, you know, New York is where you make it and, you know, big dreams and whatnot. So I think, you know, most, like most Caribbean people that move to the States, you know, they're searching for a better life or, you know, whatever that means. I think, to me, I think all of that is subjective. You know what I'm saying? Because in my opinion, you could have that kind of same feeling here, you know what I mean?
For sure.
Which is like, you know, for me.
This is paradise.
Absolutely.
This is paradise.
You know what I mean? Like, definitely a goal of mine is like, I eventually want to have property out here for myself, because, you know, for the times when I'm in New York and I'm like, I don't want to be here right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go, you know, shoot over to Barbados real quick. I'm going to go chill, go hang out, you know what I mean? Relax. Rest my bones.
Yeah.
Something I like to say.
Ground yourself.
Ground myself.
We keep bringing it up all the time. Barbados is that for you. That's pretty cool.
Yes.
All right, so right now, once again, this is an iconic spot. We really want to encourage people to come here, visit, bring your friends, look for your last name on that wall. It is a good bonding activity, and we want you guys to come check it out when you come to We Gathering.
Come we gather, come long home, come long home. I hope I said it good, but look, We Gathering 2025. Come and see your heritage. Come get back in touch like I am. This feels good. Come along.
We doing that again? We keep it up. Oh, jeez. Next, we're heading to the Aaron Barrow Center for Creative Imagination at UB, one of the spaces that nurtures the next generation of artists and creators in Barbados. Here, Marcus will sit down with the head of department of the Creative and Performing Arts, Andrew Millington, to talk about his journey in film and television and what it really takes to turn creativity into a career. Let's go. The team thought it'd be a brilliant idea to have both Marcus and Andrew sit down and talk because they have similar backgrounds. No, Andrew actually traveled. He migrated over to the US and he went to Howard University, if I'm correct. There we go.
Ain't you?
So, Andrew, I want you to tell Marcus a bit about your experience and let Barbados know a bit about your experience in migrating from Barbados over to the US to study film and that kind of stuff.
I went to Howard, not necessarily to study film. I was a grad student in mass communication. But I used to hang with the guys who were doing film. And they used to take me on their shoots on weekends, right? And one day, they invited me to a class. And the professor said, you always with them,
Right.
you know, you seem to know everything.
Right.
Why don't you just join the faculty, join the department, right? And I switched, and I didn't tell my parents, right? My experience was one of wonder. When I left Barbados, the idea of being a filmmaker, I didn't have it. It's when I got there and I saw people who looked like me, who were doing it, said to me, it could be done. And I actually brought a crew of people who I worked with. All you had to do was sell them the beach, right? Tell them, you know, when you guys finish shooting,
I'm telling you.
hit the beach.
Yeah.
Right? And even now, some of them are in Hollywood, some of them are in New York, wherever. You know, we still got that bond. That's what excited me. And that was my 25 years till, you know, my parents were getting on. I needed to come back and set up and take care of them. Mm-hmm. And this became a place of training.
I got you. And Marcus, how do you feel about what he's saying? Do you have a similar background to your film?
Yeah, I mean, well, I started acting when I was in high school, and that was not something that I started doing at first. At first, I was more into sports. I played basketball, baseball, and then, you know, I had a teacher, shout out to Miss Ballman, who had us read plays in class. One day, she had us read a play called The Crucible, and you know, she said, does anybody want to come up and, you know, read a scene from me? You know, I said, all right, cool. You know, I was a class clown at the time. So, like, to me, it was just like, okay, yeah, I'm going to go up there and, you know, give you what I got. And I actually, like, I did the scene and I ended up, like, really connecting with it. And, like, I remember after she was like, yo, like, you should really do this. You got something. I said, I don't know. I was just having fun. It just so happens that they were doing a Raisin in the Sun in my school. Mm-hmm. And she said, yo, you should audition for it. I auditioned for it. I ended up getting the lead role. And I've literally been acting ever since. So, you know, it was one of those things where, like, because after I did the play, you know, I was like, yo, I need to stay in it somehow. Yeah. So, you know, I did workshops over the summer. I made sure, like, I surrounded myself with other theater folks and, you know, just kind of getting to know that world and, like, what it's like to study this. So I did that, and then I ended up going to SUNY Purchase. I did the conservatory there. Nice. And that was a 4-year program, just, you know, which is, you know, just intense training with acting and voice and speech and stage combat and all kinds of techniques that you're learning intensely all day, every day, 5 days a week. So I did that, and then after that, got out of school, and, you know, that's when I got representation, and then, you know, kind of hit the ground running. I didn't think, to be honest with you, I didn't think that I would be in TV like that. Mm-hmm. Like, I really wanted to I wanted to graduate and move to Chicago. Because to me, Chicago was like, yo, like, Chicago, that's the theater scene, it's real. Because I was into the whole independent vibe too. Like, I wasn't so much into the Hollywood scene like that, but, you know, that's kind of where life took me. I ain't mad at it, but, you know what I'm saying? But I find now I'm more attracted to creating my own work, which is, you know, actually something I'm in the process of doing now, because I just think that's really important when it comes to how we do art here and how we tell our stories. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, you know, people go to the States, especially if they're learning theater or studying theater, you know, the material that they get is, you know, American culture. Exactly. And it's like, how can we bring our culture and tell our stories and still, you know, give it quality and still approach it with technique and, you know, everything that we've learned, but now we're telling our story.
Mm-hmm. And that's powerful.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I felt.
Yeah.
And one of the things was coming back here, just trying to get people to think about telling their own stories, right? Their own experience, because they had such a heavy diet of Hollywood film. It was difficult for them to even see themselves or even crafting something that was unique.
Yes.
So part of it, you know, we do, you know, entrepreneurship here and whatnot. It's not about getting a plane and going to LA. Right. Right? It's about learning here, your Caribbean identity, your Caribbean
identity
says something, says something about who you are that's important in this world.
Absolutely.
One of the more inspiring plays that you read is The Crucible.
Okay.
Do you know the origin of The Crucible, which is set in Salem, Massachusetts, was inspired by a black woman, ready for it? From Barbados.
Wow. Are you serious?
When
Are you serious?
Yeah, what happened is that she got sold, but she was moved with her master.
Wow.
Quote unquote, or white.
Wow.
To Massachusetts. And she used to take care of kids, and she used to teach them games that she learned in Barbados.
Oh, wow.
But the white folks got scared because they said she was practicing witchcraft, because all of a sudden, the kids had so much energy. These stories were so powerful. They said, no, something else going on here. And that's why, you know. So there's something there that hooked you into The Crucible. That also is about your own Barbadian identity. Trust me.
That is brilliant.
But Tituba was from, Tituba was Bajan.
Wow.
Do you feel as though people in Barbados may have some type of difficulty with the public because somebody might decide, okay, I'm going to tell a story, I'm going to do a film, but it's going to represent maybe the ghetto. And then the public be like, that's not how we want our country represented. Do you think that can end up being an issue?
See, I want to see that. That's what I want to see.
I'm saying,
you know what I'm saying?
It will make good film.
Exactly.
But do you think the country will be comfortable people seeing it depicted like that?
Can I?
Yeah, of course.
Go for it, baby.
You mentioned an interesting word, comfortable. In my opinion, the best art ain't made to make you feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like, the best art is, you know, for you to feel seen, feel heard. When things make me uncomfortable, they did, in my opinion, the artists did their job, because they touched on something that maybe you yourself aren't or weren't aware of before. And as a writer, I tell people all the time, because this is what I do, just write what you know. Write what you know. Sometimes people try to, you know, go off and, you know, make up things or try to be something that they're not. But when you stay true to you, when you write what you know, because guess what? There's only one you. You know what I mean? So who else is gonna tell your story better than you?
Right. Exactly.
Sense of self, that's so important.
No, Marcus also mentioned before that he's interested in, you know, giving back to Barbados and helping the community, the film industry, and all that stuff. So can you tell him a bit about your experience doing it so he can get an understanding, you know?
Like George Lamming said, the role of the artist is to give back the society to itself. So they're now letting people see themselves.
That's
it's deep,
one.
not my language, but it's deep, right? What that means is that at a certain level, we have to take ownership of building our own institutions, all right? At every level. What then that means is the investment in training and the investment in folks that have a curiosity and an energy, a determination to see something interesting.
Wow. The more you know.
All right, guys, and that's brilliant for sure. But before we go, I want you guys to look into that camera. Marcus, I'm gonna start with you.
Okay.
I want you to give some advice to any young, aspiring actor, filmmaker, writer, anything of the sort. Just give them some advice.
Be yourself. Be yourself. Write what you know. Tell your stories. And get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
I love that. Andrew, anything from you?
Whoa, that's a tough one to beat. Study your craft. This guy, you heard it, he's done it, right? Study your craft. And you don't have to go to a big conservatory to do it anyway, right? Just study the work that is there before you. You got YouTube. I mean, that's such a huge resource of learning now.
Right.
Study your craft and be fearless, be entrepreneurial.
I love it. Once again, Andrew, thank you so much for your time. This was brilliant.
Yes.
Definitely would love to pick your brains some more. Like, this was brilliant. But after this, we are going to head to Warden Square.
Wonderful.
We got some food we want you to try.
Wonderful.
All right? So, guys.
Bro, It's been good having you.
Pleasure.
All the best.
Thank you so much.
Time to go eat some food, Marcus.
Yeah.
There we go.
Let's do it.
We set up our own little mini buffet.
Yes. I mean, look, this is the moment we've been waiting for.
It is.
The food part.
Now I'm a fish cake addict, so I'm definitely gonna try this one with you. But I'm not a pepper addict,
Really?
so I'm gonna put that over there.
Was too hot for you?
Yeah, I don't do pepper.
Ooh. I can smell it. The hot is already. Let me start here. I'll start with the special sauce. Yep. That's what I'm talking
Okay,
about.
it's busting.
Mm-hmm.
It still end up being a little spicy.
Let me see. Let me see what this pepper's talking about. Oh, that's hot, but it tastes good.
You got some pepper.
Oh man,
Pepper the Bajan way. You have some pepper.
it hurts so good. Oh, oh,
Breathe. You need water.
yeah.
Brace yourself, come on. You have Bajan roots, you're a strong
Yeah,
man.
man, but that's hot. Oh,
All right, so the production team just brought some water because Marcus is struggling.
ooh, okay.
I just want y'all to know, right, this is his fault, you know. He asked
I love pepper though.
for pepper.
It tastes good. It hurts so good.
I just
you
want to
know?
make sure everybody know we're not torturing you.
Yeah.
You asked for this. But since we're eating right now, I want you to tell me more about the foods that you've tried from Barbados.
So of course, cuckoo, saltfish, fish cake, macaroni pie. I really like the way Bajans do macaroni pie. It's really good. It's different from, in my opinion, how other islands do it. Even like the noodles y'all use, it's like a little.
The macaroni.
Yeah.
Because Auntie Bae just watched it and said, it's macaroni. We got macaroni.
Macaroni,
No,
yes.
macaroni.
No, it's good. It's good. What else? You know,
cannot
the
handle you with a
got me.
straight face right now.
Pepper got me, y'all. The hot sauce. Let's talk about the hot sauce.
Yes.
In my opinion, Bajans make the best hot sauce
It is true.
because of the flavor. The flavor is so good that it's worth the heat. Hence me going through what I'm going through right now. But yeah, it's something about the heat, and that's the thing too. Like, you guys have so many different kind of pepper brands.
Yes.
You know, every time I come to visit, I always make sure to bring a bottle.
Is there anything that you want to try that you haven't tried yet?
Ooh. Y'all mentioned something earlier.
Punnan sauce.
Yes.
Yeah, we talked about the punnan
Yes.
sauce. I mean, we
I
mentioned
wanna
to
try
him,
that.
since he's new to it, make sure his meat is lean.
Yes.
I would not dive you right in. I would start at lean first.
Okay.
And then you could advance.
Okay. I want to try that. Y'all made that sound
Usually
really
on
tasty.
Saturdays. Most people have it on Saturdays.
I know for me, like, Sundays was always like traditionally like, Sunday dinner, like.
Macaroni pie, the rice, the salad, the chicken, or the
Exactly.
fish, the whole 9 yards.
Exactly.
But you
we
have
got
another
plate
container
here. Hold on.
And I think this is a bit of everything.
Let me see.
Might be that same on Sundays you usually get. I'm guessing. On Sundays you usually get. Yep, I was right.
Yeah. Oh, this
It is
the
the
whole
full 9
work.
yards here. Oh my God, look at the flying fish.
Look at that.
We got the chicken, we got the flying fish rice, and macaroni pie, plus the tall salad in the background. So when
see-
he talked about on Sundays there was a full cookout, that is what he's talking about, a full meal on Sundays. You know, that's the crazy thing is like when I watch like the Americans, especially Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And they have this big little of food.
Yeah.
And in my mind, in Barbados, he's got big little of food on Sundays.
Yes.
Every week.
It's not just a one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a full thing. It's be a bite.
Is this my
so
fork
definitely,
right
yeah,
here?
that's your fork
Okay.
right there.
See, even the way the noodles look, you know what I mean? Like, this is different. Can I take a bite? Y'all mind if I take a bite?
This is for you to try everything. Try what you haven't tried before. Try what you miss.
See, that's what I'm saying.
And don't forget the flying fish over here to the left as well.
I ain't
too.
forget. There's something about how the Bajans do the
Macaroni pie.
yeah, it's really good.
Do you know how to make any Barbadian dishes? Are we gonna teach you? We can teach you. We can teach you.
Might have to teach me a little something.
You go back and show her.
Teach me a little something.
So we're here enjoying this food, and this is one thing that everybody, no matter where you're from, we all share this in common.
Yeah.
Love for food.
Yeah.
And we bring it right back to We Gathering.
Yeah.
So if you're coming to Barbados, you're coming to experience We Gathering, definitely make sure you also explore the amazing food. That is part of our culture.
Absolutely.
And once again, right now, I got this cuckoo on saltfish.
Yeah.
He got the whole 9 yards over here, mackerel pie, chicken, rice, flying fish. Part of our national dishes right here. I'm actually put them side by side.
Boom. Look at that.
Cuckoo.
Look at that. Look at that.
I want to talk to you guys some more, right? But this
Yeah,
food
you know, but this
so
food is
good.
really
I'm
good.
so sorry. All right, so far you gotta tell me, how have you enjoyed your day?
Oh, it's been fantastic. Super fantastic. You know, it's been a nice, tap back into, my childhood. It's meant a lot, for real.
I feel like the highlight for you is the food right now of the entire day. It's the way how
I've been looking forward to this all day. The food was really good, but I really loved the conversation we had with Andrew.
Andrew Millington, yes.
That was really great.
That was great for sure.
But no, it's been fantastic. It's been fantastic. Thank you for having me.
Oh,
really
it's a pleasure. It was a
appreciate
pleasure
it.
for sure meeting you as well too.
I'm gonna mess this up, but bear with me, guys.
Oh boy.
Come long home.
Okay, you actually improved. You improved.
Yeah?
But definitely he is correct, guys. If you're watching this right now and you're enjoying what we are eating, there's so many places you can get some amazing food from. Right now we are at Worthing Square, but there's St. Lawrence Gap, Hayman's Market, plus there's so many other moms and pop shops, also Oystins. So many places you can get some amazing food from. So, as Marcus said, come long home.
Come on.
Yo! My guy! What's up, man?
Bro, I heard you were asking for me, man.
Yes, I was asking for you, of course. Of course.
Cause they called me like, Avi, did you have a friend growing up called Marcus? I was like, how did you know? Like, it's like my best friend. Like,
Yes.
I remember like going on Facebook ages looking like, yo, what was this guy's last name? There's a lot of Marcuses, right?
Yes. No, cause even like, the same thing. Like when I would come to Barbados, I would like ask my cousins like, yo, like, where's Abby at? Like, anybody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, crazy.
So
when he told when Andy told me that, I was like freaking out, honestly, because like, bro, we were like best friends growing up, man. Like,
yes.
I remember, like, birthdays and like I remember we went mini golf and just like being kids. Every time we used to see Miss King, I would say, so when is Marcus coming in this summer? Is Marcus coming?
Yes. Yeah, and that's the thing. My grandmother, she was like, Abby, that's for you, I'm like, the next time I come to Barbados, which hopefully
I'm so bummed that you're not here. No, yeah, I want to
come for crop over around that time.
Bro, come, we're here.
We gotta hang out. We absolutely have to connect.
Bro, you got another home here for sure, bro. I'm looking forward to it.